Around 2 years ago, I sat in Canada around Christmas time and I talked about the fact that I thought steelbooks were about to make a big comeback. I think that's proven to be true. And today, that's what we're talking about here in the cult. We're talking about steelbooks, not just any steelbooks, my horror steelbooks, because there's just something really cool and unique about the horror film in its steelbook format. And it's a steel horror for me. I do not apologize for that pun. Let's get to it. Off the neat one that is tentatively horror. A lot of people would consider this a straight out horror, and I go back and forth. And if I do consider it like straight horror, but it's much in the way the Gremlins is horror, this would also fit in that category. This is Jurassic Park by Spielberg, and this is part of the comic cover line of steelbooks that came out. I absolutely adore the way that these are done. I do ever have a gripe with the fact that there is no interior artwork on any of these. But it was the earlier days of steelbooks, and back then it came with an ultraviolet code, which, according to this, probably ran out. Let's just see. Is ultraviolet even a thing now? Who knows? Maybe I'll go online and see if I can redeem that code. Anyway, there we go. Jurassic Park. It is a fantastic steelbook, and I absolutely adore every single second of it. Another one that I got for pretty cheap at a Walmart, it was under $10 actually, was Evil Dead. Now, my definitive edition of Evil Dead is still the Ultimate Edition DVD that I got from Anchor Bay. But this is the Anchor Bay steelbook that they put out on Blu-ray, and I don't think it had a Blu-ray copy of this at all at this point. As you can see, it uses two different artworks from there. And again, doesn't really have anything in the artwork on the inside of it either. So I'm just trying to get out the disc here without kind of breaking it. As you can see. So you see there's no real artwork. No, it's darker, like steel color, like blue, but nothing art-wise on the inside of that. Don't worry, that's going to change pretty soon. Next up is one of my more recent purchases. That is the Nightmare on Elm Street, the original film, steelbook. I'm still waiting to get the collection, and I'm really tempted to get the steelbook collection because I do love steelbooks, and I'm going to have the Halloween imprint steelbook collection come. I won't take out what's on here, but I will show you what's included. There's art cards and there's all kinds of stuff. There's a booklet, and you get a certificate of authenticity. But it's neat. I love the way that this is done, and it has that old school type of like logo thing on there as well. Now, this one here comes from Portugal. Most of the ones that were hard boxes like this comes with this here look of you see the old school poster look. Well, because I got mine from Portugal, it comes with the with this here, with the cover that you probably saw in North America for the steelbook. I was kind of bummed with that at first, but then I realized I'm probably going to get the steelbook box set. So this way, I have both artworks on here. Next up is one that was sent to me by a viewer a while back. That is the Todd McFarlane version of the 2018 Halloween film. I love the work with this, the cross hatching. Yes, incredible like pencil work for for Myers. It does come with a 4K and a Blu-ray, with Laura on one side and Michael on the other. So we finally start to get our interior art here. Which makes me come back to here and wonder, there we go. One of the neat things when you buy steelbooks from Europe is you usually get the Blu-ray and the 4K. Now sometimes the Blu-ray will be like an older version of the Blu-ray, but it doesn't really matter. It's just nice to have one. Now I already had a Blu-ray of Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's always good to have a spare. Next up is one from Second Sight, and it's a cool release because it's 3 different Blu-rays for a series of films that are uniquely odd, and I love all 3 of them actually. This is the Basket Case Trilogy. This is early Second Sight, so yeah, Second Sight used to do steelbooks back in the day. I don't think they do many steelbooks now. I'm not sure how many they do. I do have some friends that collect a lot of Second Sight, so they'll probably know more than I do, but I collected the early era of Second Sight, pre cut pictures on the inside, but each one gets its own Blu-ray, and there are special features on there. Have you ever seen that big, long, what's the thing, hour-long or so, like documentary that's on the Arrow, like Basket Case Trilogy? It was on here first, and I do love this artwork. Let me know what you think of some of the stuff here. Let me know if you want to. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any of these, and maybe if there's any that you haven't seen that are favorites of yours from looking at these. Next up is Seven. It's a classic thriller. Fincher really on the top of his game right here. Nobody will ever be able to say the phrase "what's in the box" again and not think about this. Again, this is an early one, so there's no interior artwork, but it's still a great film, and I like the look of the steelbook. Back to Second Sight once more, because yeah, I picked up Second Sight steelbooks back in the day, and this one here is The Return of the Living Dead, the limited special edition. What's really cool about this one is the Scream Factory edition, future editions of Return of the Living Dead, weren't able to put in all the original music. As far as I can tell, the Second Sight edition is the only complete English language edition that has a complete original musical soundtrack in here. What's really neat too is this also includes the More Brains documentary. It's over a 2-hour-long documentary on Return of the Living Dead, and includes that extra bonus documentary that was included as well. The More Brains 2 hours of bonus features, where they talk about the other films in the franchise. There's a bunch of other things in here as well, including, is there interior art? You're damn right there is. There's some really good stuff. So we got this booklet here, Ernie's booklet, which is really cool. Let's see if there's a picture I can actually show you. Look at that. There is some drawn artwork here on the inside, including this wonderful picture of Tarman right here. Look at that. The Return Limited Steelbook is one of the key pieces in my entire horror collection, and even with 4Ks and other editions out there, this for me is the definitive edition of Return of the Living Dead. It looks gorgeous. Second Sight did an amazing job, and it includes all the features that you would ever want and need. We're going to dive into Arrow video next. We're going to go Synapse first with this wonderful edition of Tenebrae. Again, what I consider the definitive edition of Tenebrae. I know there's 4Ks out there, but this Blu-ray is absolutely freaking gorgeous. The only problem is this with the booklet and the soundtrack and the 2 discs. It makes it hard to get close sometimes. So sometimes I have to take the booklet out to close it, and at that point, I find it gets a little hard to shut. But still, that being said, Tenebrae is my favorite original film, and I have it in many different versions, but I absolutely adore this version right here. Next up, we have Shivers from David Cronenberg. Another fantastic one, another fantastic release from Arrow Video. which does have the artwork on picture on the inside as well of that classic scene. Did anybody else kind of fall in love with Lynn Lowry watching this film? Because she is so great in this movie. And you got Shivers, you got to have Rabbit. This is a haunting first and ending scene from Rabbit. It is truly a great Cronenberg film. It's pretty plain on the back, but it does include, well, sort of like, yeah, it's pretty plain on its inside too. It came with the booklet, and of course the Blu-ray and DVD combos they did back then. So, absolutely gorgeous one. Next up is House of Wax, and this is the 2000s era one with of course Miss Paris Hilton, who does a great death scene in this. This is a really cool one. This one came, I think this is from Germany or something like that. I think it's Germany. Yeah, Germany. Again, it's a pretty plain one, but I love the outside of this. It is an absolutely gorgeous steelbook. And I do really like House of Wax. I really do. Next couple, before we go back to finish off the Arrow ones, we'll get up to a couple of Mill Creek ones, because they've got some real nice ones as well. First off, the prequel to The Thing came out. And this is a stunning piece of artwork right here. We do also have interior art as well. There's always a massive plus for this site. This could have been like pitch perfect, wonderful film, and they chose to include like crappy CGI effects. It was so good. It was well cast. It was well acted. Here was the addition of Hollow Man, which I think is a really underrated film. It's not The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss, but still, I really enjoy this one. What will you do when you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror? Well, you find out in this one here. And it's a pretty cool one, too. There's a bonus feature with the guy that scored it, Jerry Goldsmith. And, of course, the new one's out. So, nice to go back and look at the classic. I Know What You Did Last Summer. You take it off. We got some of the I like this art a lot, actually. I really like the interior of that one too. I'm a massive fan of this film, and I do like the franchise more than a lot of people do. The third one is a bit of a rough get through, but I was one of the few people that liked the Legacy sequel that came out recently. But just a really cool release. Let's end this off with a few Arrow video releases. Up first is Life Force, which I would love to upgrade to that imprint edition because I actually really do like this film. Be careful with this. Let's say Blu-ray DVD combo pack, artwork on the inside. Next up is Reanimator, and I was so stoked to get this. It's an FYE exclusive until I realized that Reanimator is initially a 2-disc edition, but this only includes the first disc, so the integral cut is missing from this one here. So a bit of a bummer on that one. Do not recommend. Theater of Blood. I love the Vincent Price film. I'm a massive fan of Vincent Price and a massive fan of Diana Rigg. I'm not a massive fan of the artwork on this, though. But I do, however, think that its artwork is superior to the artwork for the original Arrow release of this. But neither really kind of took my fancy too much. The long little print edition Steelbook was sent to me by a viewer that knew that I love this type of stuff. And I was so excited to get it. I've watched this one a lot, actually. Some of the classic artwork on the inside, and try to take it on one side to show you. She looks so innocent there. And if I'd remove the artwork on the disc to show you the art on the other side, it's a bit of a spoiler. So we won't do that. Next up is one of the most gorgeous steelbooks that Arrow ever put out. It's the Beyond. And it is a steelbook that extends across with this incredible picture right here. The interior of this is absolutely gorgeous as well. Really evoking the mastery of Fulci for this film. And last but not least is a double feature. 2 discs. So it's not part of 1 disc. It is Lamberto Bava's Demons, presented by Dario Argento and produced by Argento, and Demons 2. I love the new artwork representation of the films on here. I like the fact that they put each of these on their own disc. The mysterious masked man there. And there you go. But wait. I also have this Halloween David Gordon Green trilogy Steelbook edition. Here's the Halloween from 2018. So yes, I have this on 2 different Steelbooks. Mine is number 4,734, 5,325. Classic sequence from the beginning of the film. Halloween Kills. And I like the next one, so don't even at me. I watch all the Halloween films every year, but I try to pick a specific timeline to watch near the end of the year, near Halloween. And I think this year it's going to be the David Gordon Green along with the original Halloween. So we'll see how it goes. I may do the Daniel Harris timeline instead, but we'll see. But for now, there you go. That is my entire horror steelbook collection. Of course, as you all know, that watch my channel, I do have the imprint Pumpkin Steelbook pre-ordered with the original 5 Friday 13th Halloween films. And who knows, I'm going to try to see if I can find the Nightmare one if possible, depending on cost and availability. I won't go out of my way too hard. Halloween's my favorite franchise. You can tell by the different versions and iterations I have of it. But there we go, guys. That's my entire Steelbook collection, or at least my horror collection on Steelbooks so far. And it's still horror for me. Still don't regret the pun. And I'll see you next time right here in the cult.
Oh, God. Subscription sloth here. Just want to remind you that I know in the summertime especially it can be super warm and lazy. But if you're liking this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to go that step farther and join the Patreon, there's a link for that down below. You can super sticker, super chat, or donate. But above all, just lie back and enjoy the video, because that's what I'm going to do.